Alright, welcome back to Tarot Academy. So today we're going to be doing a interesting pick a card reading, and this is going to be Will I Ever See Them Again? So it's not necessarily gender specific, I suppose. Oh, and Black Onyx is back, for those of you who are wondering. Now this isn't really a gender specific reading, so I will preface by saying that 95% of my viewers are female, so I will likely direct the energies towards you being a woman. Will you ever see this man again? It could be, will you ever see this woman if you're in a LGBT relationship, or if you're a man watching one of my 3 male viewers. But bear with me, because I do cater to the largest proportion of my audience. So, will you ever see them again? That's the topic of today. And as always, I'm Spencer at Tarot Academy. That intro is getting quite boring. If you have any ideas for a new intro, comment down below. There's a daily readings that will continue as well, but I have managed to work through the enormous pile of people who have requested private readings. I'm still pretty booked, but if you want one, there's a link down below. Anyway, let's get back to it. I'm excited. It's been a little while since we've done one of these, so pile number 1, represented by this lovely piece of green aventurine. Pile number 2, this delicate pink quartz. Pile number 3, a lovely piece of red jade, the ketchup stone. One that's bothering me, I might replace it. And last but not least, black onyx. A little bit of Lilith energy here. So, let's see. Take a moment to find out which energy resonates with you. If you've chosen green aventurine, we'll be beginning with that in just a few seconds, so you don't need to skip ahead. Otherwise, timestamps are down below. Might not be doing the best financially. Let's be honest, you're probably poor. Let's just be honest. And I don't mean destitute poor. I mean you just don't have the cash to live maybe the Instagram lifestyle you want, or perhaps all right, green aventurine, pile number 1. So, will you ever see them again? Let's see. Now, one could ask, what exactly does seeing them again mean? And let's be honest, it could mean a lot of different things. Quite frankly, are you going to see them again in real life? What's the context of seeing them? Is it romantic? Is it bumping into at Whole Foods? Is it maybe you see them on Instagram, you see them on TV, Facebook? Do they chat with you on Facebook? I don't know. Remember 2007? For all my OGs out there, remember 2007 when you could open a chat window with someone on Facebook and then just watch it and see if they were going to chat you, and it would say person X is typing, and then if they backed it up, it would say nothing. There was kind of a little thing you could talk to your friends about in school on Monday. As you could probably tell, I was a bit of a gossip girl back in the day. Minus the girl part, of course. I have better hair than most women, but I assure you I'm quite masculine. Despite being a tarot reader, I realize this is the domain of women. So, let's see what the future holds, if you're going to see them again, and the context of this visitation. I think that you're going to hook up with them again. It's going to be hella toxic, and they're going to get you pregnant 11 times. Just kidding. Although, there is a spread that I just thought of that could be the case. Oh, okay, so yeah, you're going to relapse. So, yeah, there's me predicting what the cards are going to say. So here's the Hanged Man in the first position. So, definitely not the best energy to start a reading. I feel like... Actually, you know what? I kind of feel like this relationship isn't really that toxic, but I think that you allow it to fester in your mind to the point where it does become toxic. It's like, when you order McDonald's from Skip the Dishes or Uber Eats or something, or Postmates, whatever, and it arrives, and then, you don't eat all of it, so you put it in the fridge, and then even if you heat it up later, it still tastes repulsive. That's kind of the situation here. So this is you hanging upside down, and the halo here represents not only the sun, and the sun represents life and new beginnings, but the fact that you're wise and you do in fact know better. You definitely do know better. You're just being stupid in this moment and allowing yourself to relapse when you see this person again, because you will see them again. This is it and it's likely going to be in person. Also, this could be a tongue twister card too. When you do see them again, maybe they come up to you, maybe they say, "Hi, Becky," or Karen, or whatever. I'll just pick the two worst names in the human language. And, you know, hi, and you just have nothing to say. You just look at them stumbling like an idiot as you put your gluten-free steel-cut whole oats in your little trolley at Whole Foods. I mean, it's just a terrible situation. It's a bit like, what was that show from way back in the day with the actress? She looks kind of, what was it? She had it all. She was a magazine editor in New York. I can't remember the name. Comment down below if you know. She was like 50 in the show when it started, and she was like 50 in the show when it ended. It was quite something. Sex and the City. Sex and the City. Oh, and the Five of Wands makes itself known. Oddly enough, in the second position. So 2 in numerology is reminiscent of peace, and 5 is a card of conflict, right? The Five of Wands. So we can see here lots of individuals fighting. I think this is going to be kind of reminiscent of the type of relationship you had with this person. I don't necessarily believe that it was super, super toxic and that you guys were constantly fighting. Though it could have been. Rather, I think that this is representative of the mental conflict, the conflict in your mind, the conflict of emotion, and the consistent battling of mixed feelings. I suppose you could have had some sort of romantic entanglement with this individual before. That's likely what it is. Or perhaps you had a crush on them and they kind of shut you down. They rejected you cold turkey. But I'm going to make a prediction right now. I think that when you do see this person again, they're going to be with someone else, and I think you're going to perceive this other person as better than you, and it's really going to feed into your insecurities in a negative way. That's what I think. I genuinely think this entire reading is going to be the plot of a terrible mid-2000s to late 2000s teen drama, or an early Netflix series, like Netflix's own series. I think that's what this reading is devolving into. By the way, I want my own Netflix show. I think that I could sufficiently lower the quality of my readings to qualify for Netflix, so comment down below if you want to see me on Netflix. And the Two of Wands in the third position. So, first of all, this person who rejected you, they're doing really well. They literally have the world, right? So this is you. You're the individual here, wearing that brilliant red cloak, probably by Hermes. And this wand here, another wand there. We have wands here. And then what is the Hanged Man on? He's on a tree. What is the tree? The tree is the same as the wand. So we have heavy spiritual energy throughout all three options here, interestingly enough. But the world represents when I say the world, I mean the globe in this man's hand, in your hand, not necessarily the vista in front of him. The globe represents the future, the ambition, what this person has achieved without you, right? And the wand, you are clutching this wand. That sort of indicates the emotional and logical, because it is logical, longing, barrier, attachment you have to this person, right? So here you're holding on to this wand, and here we have the conflict of the wands, the conflict of emotion. Here we have the Hanged Man against the tree, another wand, a hidden wand. But this is basically you looking at all that they have. The vista here represents your future, which, by the way, is bright. It's just lacking this person. So you're basically looking at them and you're saying, what could have been, right? What could have been? Would I have been with this person? Should I have been with this person? How would my life be different? Would I be living somewhere else? Would I be living in the lap of luxury? Something similar to that. Oh, but the Eight of Cups in the fourth position reveals to us something interesting as well. So this is the card of karma, card of heavy karmic energy, heavy karmic soul journey in the fourth position. 4 is law and order. 8 is double 4, ironically enough, karma. You're going to be doing some heavy soul searching after this encounter with this person. At the moment, you're watching this video, you're looking at this reading, and you're already feeling like you're on that soul search journey, but the reality of the situation is you you've seen nothing yet, girl. You've seen nothing yet. So I don't know what time you're watching this, but go look at the moon tonight. Look at the moon whenever it makes itself known next in your particular region. And just kind of remember this moment, right? Just do this for me, but really for yourself. Remember this moment. And then when you encounter this person in the future, or if you've already encountered this, remember how the moon looks, right? Because you're going to be looking within yourself. You're going to be doing some serious soul searching, some serious emotional growth. And I think you're going to quickly realize that where your journey leads you, I can't say yet because we still have 5 more cards to draw. But you know what, actually, I'm going to completely suspend further description of this card because we have so many more cards. Oh, okay, so the 5 of Pentacles reversed. So this is good. This is the rejection of spiritual and emotional poverty, of emotional isolation, sexual isolation, physical isolation, and this is absent of quarantine. Forget about quarantine, forget about coronavirus, forget about lockdowns. This reading is totally independent of that because there's so much in the soul here. There's so much within you, right? So anyway, this is like, look at this upright, right? That's poverty, that's destitution, that's some broke ass shit. We reverse it, it's the rejection of all of that, right? So this journey is already leading you towards a more positive frame of mind. Definitely a more positive frame of mind. I mean, honestly, it's not really a high barrier to entry to get into a higher state of mind, considering the less than ideal situation you were in prior, but let's keep rolling. Oh, the Queen of Swords reversed. Okay, so this is you learning mastery of your emotions and particularly your verbal expression. So if you were someone who might have been quick to lash out or quick to blame others, quick to even be too harsh on yourself perhaps, the Queen of Swords reversed indicates the end of that, right? So this is another high value growth card in the reverse and in the 6th position, by the way, very important. So the 6th position is the position of family in numerology, and without a doubt, you are going to need the support of those who are close to you, whether it's blood family members like a mother, father, brother, sister, whatever, or those people who are close enough to you that you regard to be family, like best friends, that sort of thing, right? Should I continue it? No, I'm not going to continue with that because I think there's more that can be said with the remaining 3 cards. Let's keep going. Oh, the 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so remember here, this person has the world, so they're doing quite well, right? And I feel like you might not be doing the best financially. I mean, let's be honest, you're probably poor. Like, let's just be honest. And I don't mean like destitute poor. I mean like you just don't have the cash to live maybe the Instagram lifestyle you want, or perhaps student loans are just taking their toll on you, even though you're probably not back in school. So should you really have to pay those? Don't think so. Yeah, I think this person that you've seen again, I think they're doing pretty well financially. I think they're doing all right, and you feel like you're not in the best spot, and that's a small part. I'm not saying you're materialistic, I really don't think you are, but I do think that's a small part of why they're still dominant in your mind, even after you've seen them again, which, as we know, brings on a tsunami of emotion. It's simply terrible. Oh, okay, well, that's interesting. So we have feelings of poverty and destitution, then we immediately segue into the wealthiest card in tarot, the Ten of Pentacles. That really, that's saying something. Holy shoot. That's really saying something. Wow, I don't actually know what this means yet, but this is the Ten of Pentacles in the 8th position, right? So 8 is numerology, it's karma and wealth. We already have karma portrayed down here with the 8 of Pentacles, and yeah, that's interesting. Let's draw the 9th card to see what the final energies of the reading is before we go any further. Oh, okay, so the Knight of Cups reversed. So this is a total rejection of your emotional attachment to this individual. And I wonder if it has to do with something financial, something monetary. I mean, maybe you get a sugar daddy, for all I know, because this, like, I wish this was a private reading, because then I could help to understand your current situation and give you a perfectly accurate reading on exactly what's going on here. But looking here, interestingly enough, well, I haven't seen this in a little while. And by the way, the sugar daddy thing was about 70% of the joke. It's just, I do so many readings for girls wondering when their OnlyFans are going to take off. It's like, you know, it's an interesting landscape being a tarot reader these days. Sorry, my apologies for getting off track. So effectively what this means is you have a financial windfall. Whether this means you get a good job, someone gives you some money, maybe you do get that sugar daddy, I don't judge. Something happens in your life when you're at your lowest financially, something picks you up. So I mean, it could be as simple as a lottery win, for crying out loud. But either way, this newfound wealth, this newfound material confidence allows you to reject any past feelings, any jealousy, any idea of your life being significantly better had you stayed with this individual. Because remember, if you were still with this person, they may not have embarked on the journey necessary to amass their material success themselves, right? I mean, you and him breaking up or not seeing each other may have been what allows him to move forward in this manner. So there's that to be said. As much as he has affected you, you have affected him, if not more. Because contrary to what the media, culture seems to portray, women's absence does in fact affect men. So don't take it from those who pretend to be so hard that nothing emotional impacts them, because it's untrue. So anyway, this is a fantastic reading, Green Aventurine. I'm very impressed with it. If you liked, please hit that like and subscribe button. You can click the link down below as well if you're interested in booking a private reading. This question would be particularly easier to answer in a private reading with a higher degree of specified accuracy towards your particular situation as a result of you being able to detail certain smaller key things for me. But otherwise, guys, comment down below what you want the next pick a card reading to be. We're kind of back to the normal format now. Otherwise, I thank you guys. I love you so much. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you next time. The weather, except the weather is your emotional part of your brain, right? And I mean, the Hermit kind of looks like a wizard, old man, cloak, wand. Does it get any more Merlin than that? I mean, like, this is like fucking Dumbledore here. Then, of course, there's... Okay, pink quartz. So, let's see if you'll ever see them again. Because Green Aventurine... Oh, wait, should I spill some tea? Let's spill some tea, fuck it. So, Green Aventurine... You know what? No, I'm not going to, because I'm kind of feeling a similar energy here to you guys. So I'm just going to do the reading as normal, and then I will, then I'll see. I'll tell you at the end of the reading if it was similar or not, because I don't want to preface anything, and I hate when I do the tea spilling, which, by the way, huge request from all of you. It's actually, I don't understand why some people just decide to email me things instead of commenting, because I do read the comments. I don't always reply because I get quite a few of them, so it's hard to reply to every single one. I should try to, but it's just hard. You know, there's a lot of comments. I think I get almost 100 a day across all the videos. And the way YouTube does it is they just say, like, oh, you got a new comment, and it's like, oh, so you're not telling me what video? I mean, I can find out, but it's like, you know when things are harder than they have to be? Like when Uber driver has, like, no idea where you are, and it's like, dude, I'm at a 7-Eleven. Like how do you not see this? But then you realize there's 40 7-Elevens within 8 feet of each other, and you're like, I understand now. Okay, so... similar energies as Green Aventurine. Definitely still feeling them. Let's see. Alright, so the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Interesting. So we have materialism and we have loss. Okay, so I'm going to put forward a few theories here because this card is contextual and there's a little bit too much energy remaining in the deck. Like, this isn't one of those. If this was like death reversed or something, or the devil, for example, then I could lead the entire reading with that energy, but there's not nearly enough here. So let's break it down slowly. First and foremost, we have a hand taking away the money, right? The left hand is withdrawing the money. Or is that the right hand? It doesn't really matter. It literally does not matter. So the money is floating away, right? It's being taken away from you. If you upright it, you have what's a very nice bucolic garden. I mean, like, I wish I had one of those rose hedges. It would make me feel like the queen every time I walk through it. But I don't, because I live in a shit country where it snows. So, anyway, reversal. So something's being taken away from you. I wonder if this individual either took some money from you, took something from you that you could never get back, like virginity, for example, or they left you to focus on money or something else, something that's not as important as the relationship with you, something trivial. That's an interesting one there. I wonder if... Sorry, I'm just rearranging things. We're gonna keep going. Ooh, okay. My favorite card. I'm a 9 life path. The Hermit is the 9th card in the Major Arcana. So this is self-reflection. I take it that the death of this relationship, the end of your relationship with this individual, hurt you, or it set you back far enough materially or in some way that you either had to scale back your lifestyle or emotionally you withdrew, and you withdrew to a place of self-reflection, of introspection, of looking to emerge a wiser and more learned person. That's sort of what I'm feeling right now. Definitely sort of what I'm feeling right here. Look at the Hermit. I mean, this is an old man with a beard. It's effectively Santa Claus wearing the Grim Reaper's hat, or pardon me, cloak. And then he's got Tinkerbell trapped in that lantern there, and he's holding on to a staff, which was once a broom. No, I'm just kidding, but it's actually... He's got the light contained within the lantern there. That's the light of wisdom and knowledge. He has a wand. A wand indicates spiritual development and truth. And he is, of course, the 9th card, right? 9 in numerology is the end. It's completion. 1 is the beginning. 9 is the end, right? So I think that whatever occurred here with the Ace of Pentacles, and it's a bit difficult to say because we're going to keep drawing and I'll have more information available shortly, but this set you back, and I don't know if you're going to see them again yet. The Hermit's presence and the solitude, the single representation of the Ace of Pentacles so far, suggests to me that you're not going to see this person again. Oh, okay, there's a reason why I said similar energies to Green Aventurine, and here I am being proved right yet again. So this is the Hanged Man reversed. Now, the Hanged Man made his presence known in Green Aventurine, and it indicated that you will see this person again. But to see the Hanged Man reversed again, it doesn't look like it. It does not look like it. The Hanged Man reversed indicates enforced solitude, in my opinion. So, quite frankly, I sit back with it and I say to myself, definitely not going to happen. Definitely not going to happen. So far. I mean, this could change very much shortly. I mean, too many people seem to watch like 2 or 3 minutes and they either like what I'm saying or they don't, and then they might check in or check out or think that's all the guidance they need. But if I was a house painter and you hired me to paint your house and I painted half of it, would you still pay me the full amount? Because these people that check out like at this point, that's effectively what they're doing. And it's interesting that we see the Hanged Man reversed in the 3 position. 3 in numerology is creativity, crime, lies, among a few other things, but in this situation, that's the context, the energies that I would put forward. You know what? I want to put a pin in that, so just bear with me because we're going to keep going. I would love to do this for like 3 hours and just go in depth every little thing, but then I would drown you. Oh, okay. Okay, so this is definitely... So the Queen of Cups reversed. So this is suspension of control of emotion. So I wonder if the lessons learned in the Hermit this is why I always say tarot is contextual, because we could have a changed meaning here, but I'm just going to draw again because I really don't think we do. I don't think we do. Dear God, this is why I didn't want to spill any tea on Green Aventurine, because we have two cards that are the same as Green Aventurine, only reversed. So we have the Hanged Man reversed, and then we have the Five of Wands reversed. So, okay, so you're not going to see this person again. I'm going to tell you right now. But, oh, okay. I'm sorry. There are two energies afoot here. There's the event energy here with the Ace of Pentacles. This is what happened with your relationship with this person. There is a change, right? There's a shift of power, a shift of either wealth, material, whatever. A shift. A shift. Okay, so this is the Ace of Pentacles is the event that occurred with this individual, and the exchange of power, the exchange of goods, the exchange of emotional energy. And remember, when I say power or goods, like I could be talking about virginity, I could be talking about money, I could be talking about something that was tangible and important to you and that they took, rightfully, wrongfully, whether you gave it to them or not. The energy in which they received that from you was certainly positive and trusting, and I feel like there was a betrayal. As for the Hermit's wisdom, self-introspection, and guidance, the reflection and growth you did under the energies of the Hermit, that guides the rest of the reading. So I'm going to continue to draw, and then I'm going to interpret, because quite frankly, we can do this in a really advanced way, but also make it really simple for you. So that's what we're going to do. Oh, the Tower reversed. Okay, this is, as long as these negative cards, like this is really negative. As long as these keep coming reversed, I have some fantastic bloody news for you. So I'm just going to keep drawing here, because so far everything has been reversed, right? Every negative card has been reversed. So this is going to be really good for the energies. Okay, that's perfect. So a little hiccup here, but actually no, what am I talking about? This isn't necessarily a hiccup. This is reevaluation. The Hermit's wisdom comes forward yet again. This is fantastic. Okay, so keep going. Oh, okay, a true rebirth. Again, something that appeared in Green Aventurine, except it appeared reversed in Green Aventurine. So let's keep going. This is exciting. I haven't been this excited for a little while here. Actually, I'm quite excited. Paris Hilton has a new documentary coming out on YouTube. It looks really good. I think it's called Just Paris. I've always liked her. She's kind of like my spirit animal, so I think you guys should check that out. Oh, speaking of Paris Hilton, the star. Except this is reversed. You know, Paris is always burning bright. Should never be reversed. It's ironic. Naked blonde woman. It's kind of similar to her. Now, see that save? Call me Kobe. Oh, maybe too soon. So, the Hermit's energies, the Hermit's wisdom prevents you from getting caught up with this person again, right? I don't think you're seeing them again. Oh. Yes, you are. I'm sorry. You are seeing them again, but let's just keep going. So, you were wronged, whatever, the relationship ended, broke up, fuck it all, forget about it all. You turned into the Hermit, you got wise, you got woke, you got that wisdom, that knowledge, whatever, right? So this prevents you from making the same mistake again, from falling into that same trap again, from becoming the Hanged Man again. Emotionally, you've rejected the vapidity and free-range firestorm of emotion that comes with even a hormonal outburst. It's forget about gendered language. That's not important here. What is important is that the maelstrom of emotions in your head has been intentionally calmed by you. It's like you're a wizard who can control the weather, except the weather is your emotional part of your brain, right? And I mean, the Hermit kind of looks like a wizard, old man, cloak, wand. Does it get any more Merlin than that? I mean, like, this is like fucking Dumbledore here. Then, of course, there's the Five of Wands reversed. This is a card of conflict, and to see that reversed, basically, hey, there's no more conflict, no more petty bullshit. I feel like there is some bullshit involved with this person, but it's kind of over with now, because you're smarter than that. Then finally, we trend to the Tower reversed, right? So upright, I would say you're going to have a total emotional breakdown and be rocking in the corner for 6 months. Then you'll be committed to an institution where you'll die. But no, reversed, that indicates self-control. So you are now aware of what's going on. You are aware of the destructive power, the destructive capability of this individual. That's the crown. This is your knowledge or wisdom striking the crown from the Tower. And having it reversed is the total rejection of the negativity of the relationship. There's you, the female, the male there. All of this, I could just rip this card in half and throw it out the window because it's totally irrelevant now, right? But then we trend over here. This is important. So the Two of Swords, effectively the hidden High Priestess, and also the card of Crossroads, the card of deceptive choices, a card of... I wish I could do that Cardi B noise right now because it would make things pretty good. But anyway, this is... I don't know how to put it necessarily. My apologies. Deception. Deception, that's what this is. We have the moon here, right? We have two swords, but notice how the right sword is pointing left and the left sword is pointing right. It's a little bit deceptive, right? And then, of course, the woman in hand is blindfolded. Interesting, right? And, of course, the water behind her, emotional energy, the moon, heavy emotional energy. So those are two things that impact you. And the reason I say that is because this is a precursor, right? You're about to see this person again. Unfortunately for them, they are in dire straits, likely economically, emotionally, and physically. This is the Five of Pentacles. This is a card of utter poverty, dissolution, devastation. I mean, look, that guy's barefoot in the snow. Is there anything worse than being barefoot in the snow? If you're from California, you can just leave the chat right now because you have no idea what I'm talking about. But this is terrible. This is terrible. But maybe that's what they get. Maybe that's the karmic retribution in the Ace of Pentacles. Who knows, right? I would like to do a reading for this person and to see what their energy's like. And this, of course, just represents their faded glory, right? This is you. At one point in time, you drank their Kool-Aid and you thought that their star was rising. You thought that they were good for you. You thought they had something to do with you. Big gold shiny star, big gold shiny pentacle, and a star in the pentacle, ironically enough. See the two there? And this is you, by the way, darling, drinking the Kool-Aid. Reverse that, you've rejected him. You've seen right through him. You haven't fallen back into the Thucydides trap. It's a Greek tale. But the Two of Swords tried to deceive you, right? But you were able to remember the wisdom of the hermit and the lessons you embodied there, and you rejected it here, right? You just totally shut it down. No need to worry. So, Pink Quartz, I mean, fantastic reading. Congratulations, guys. Please hit that like and subscribe. Click the link down below as well if you're interested in a private reading. I've worked through the mountain and I do have some spaces available at the moment. But otherwise, guys, this was fantastic. Comment down below what you want me to do in the next pick a card reading. We're going to keep doing these in the daily readings here as well. What was I going to say? Oh, yes. Just leave some comments down below. I like to read them. I'll try and get back to you. Otherwise, we're going to see you guys tomorrow. Have a fantastic day. Ooh, that's a heavy one. That's a heavy one. So, I mean, first and foremost, whether you get back with this person or not, whether you see this person or not, know that it would not have worked out. I mean, we have... All right, Red Jade. So, interesting situations here, and I'm going to explain them real quick on if you'll ever see this person again, because I did Green Aventurine first, obviously, right? It's pile number 1, and then I do Pink Quartz second. It's pile number 2. So, like you see, I'm going to spill the tea on both of these here for you, because there's an important lesson to be learned. But let me start with Green Aventurine. So Green Aventurine, they didn't end up seeing this person again. And this person was doing really well for themselves. And you, or the ladies who picked pile number 1, they weren't doing so hot for themselves until towards the end of the reading. Then they had some sort of like a financial windfall or something. I don't know how I would describe it, but they turned out to be doing quite well. And then you contrast this with pink quartz. And the moment I started reading for pink quartz, I said to myself, holy shoot, like I just touched the deck and I said, oh, this is going to be very similar to Green Aventurine. I just had like a feeling. And the deck didn't lie to me. I mean, the energies were almost exact, like very, very similar. There was a little difference in that the person whom pink quartz had left, they didn't end up seeing them again, but it wasn't in a personal context. Rather, it was they just witnessed that this person was not doing very well, right? They were right to leave them because they were doing very well, or very, very, very poorly spiritually, financially, just as people. They were just doing very poorly. They weren't putting in the work. But the lesson was the same and the energy was the same. And I'm spilling the tea on those two because I can feel already that your energy is not like these two. I anticipate this reading to be very different from these two. So, without a doubt, or without a further delay, Red Jade, let's see what's in your cards. Interested to see. I reckon that's good enough. I watched a reader this morning, because sometimes I do look at other readers. No lie, she shuffled for 8 minutes. And I'm not decrying this person, because if that's what you feel needs to happen, that's perfectly acceptable. There's nothing wrong with that. But you know, the reading I think was 4 minutes and the shuffling was 8, and I was waiting for something to happen during the shuffling and nothing did. And, you know, I felt like one of those prank memes. It was just terrible. Oh, speaking of shuffling 8 times, the Ten of Wands. Interesting. So this is a card of heavy labor, heavy spiritual growth, hard work, hard work. Look at this guy. He's carrying 10 sticks. He's carrying an entire bloody forest into his little village there. Can you imagine if you woke up one morning and said, oh, okay, time to go cut down an entire forest and carry 10 tree trunks to my village? Not fun. Not fun. So, let me know how your career as a lumberjack is going in the chat down below, because this guy can't speak, unfortunately. But this is basically just telling you that there's... Ooh, this could also indicate that the individual whom you're wondering if you're going to see again has grown an enormous amount because they put in an enormous amount of work. That's definitely possible. That's actually kind of what I'm feeling right now. Ten of Swords, goddamn. Goddamn. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty interesting. So this is the true death card, by the way. This is the real death card, like the physical death card, like the death in this physical plane. Like if I was to die right now, right here on camera, that's what this means, the Ten of Swords, the death card. So this could tell me that you will never ever see this person again in person. Or if you do see them again, your relationship is completely dead. I mean, there's 10 swords sticking in that guy. Look, there's one in his ass. Like, seriously. I mean, he's got 2 in the neck here, but the one in the ass is probably the worst. Whew. Okay, 2 10s as well. I mean, a 10 in the 1 position, 10 in numerology is 1 plus 0. You always reduce to single digits, so that's 1 energy, so leadership energy. Leadership energy is hard work. In the 2 position, we have another 10. 2 is peace. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I should have gone into the numerology beforehand. This could mean the death of the relationship results in the peace for the both of you, or peace just for him, perhaps. I don't know. Oh, but of course, here we are looking back at the past. I mean, this is the 7 of Swords. Well, this is a card of deception, thievery, knowledge that what they do is wrong. And ironically, it's in the 3rd position. 3 in numerology is creativity, lies, deception, among other things. But interesting that we have a card that literally shows, this is your camp, by the way, this is the person, or perhaps this is you. You could be wicked, you could be the evil one. And there you are taking 5 swords, and you're looking back at the other 2 like, oh shit, I can steal more? Huh. Maybe you should run for political office. But, that's interesting. Very interesting. Let's keep drawing, because I think there's a larger, broader, more contextual message at hand. I would reckon that there definitely is a more contextual message at hand here. Okay, it would be great if we could stop drawing high-value cards that are all phallic-shaped. That would be fantastic. This is the 8 of Swords in the 4th position. I could spend an hour expounding on this, but... oh my god. Okay, so we have a woman here, blindfolded, bound, surrounded by swords, and it's low tide. You can see the puddles of water there, and how the city in the background is high up on the cliff. So this woman, if she moves, she's going to get cut. If she sits there and does nothing, she's going to drown when the tide rises, right? The tide, of course, represents emotion. The swords represent words, past actions, past memories, etc. And the bindings, you know, she could probably escape. But the bindings almost give people comfort. It's a bit like if you want to pursue a career or a passion, but you have a decent paying job right now, and you just go through your life remaining in that job and you never pursue your passion, you're probably not going to be happy, right? But you did the safe thing. And there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. I'm not decrying people of that, but that's similar to what these bindings are. And it's in the 4th position. I mean, 4 is law and order. 4 is oppression. The thing is, I can't concretely say yet whether or not you're going to see this person again. The cards are not being explicit. They're being very detailed in all the things surrounding this, but as for a yes or a no or a when, well, it might be out of the blue, apparently. The Ace of Cups upright. That's an interesting one right there. I mean, we have the Holy Spirit taking the host, the body of Christ, the chalice, the cup of eternity, whatever, the life wellspring of emotion, being delivered by a floating hand, God, of course. This card also represents tears. Most people don't know that, but whenever I do a reading for people who've just done a breakup and they're pretty emotionally disturbed or shaken up by it, the Ace of Cups normally does make an appearance, especially if the breakup is fresh, because it's indicative of the tears one sheds during a breakup, I suppose. A negative breakup, not really a mutual, not a positive. Oh, okay, the Queen of Swords. There's so many damn swords here, I feel like I'm going to get a paper cut just looking at this deck. So this is you holding your tongue, effectively. If in the past you've wanted to lash out, or you have lashed out at this person, or maybe even the world, this is effectively a rejection of that. That's what we're looking at here, interestingly enough. We're going to keep drawing, because there's much more to be said here, and I understand that I've kind of hummed and hawed here, but the reality of the situation is, if I was to just blurt out everything I think, and I can, but you would drown, right? You would get lost in it, and it's my responsibility as a reader to provide clarity of information to you, not volume. I mean, I could get up there and talk for an hour and say nothing, and maybe you guys would be happier. I certainly wouldn't, especially with strength reversed. So obviously this is weakness, right? And this is notice the lion, that's heavy Leo energy, that's prideful energy. The woman is, of course, you. Infinity represents knowledge. This can be a rejection of knowledge, rejection of weakness, succumbing to pride, the Leo representing lion. There's a reason why they call a group of lions a pride, right? Oh, the 10 of Cups reversed. In the 8th position, ironically enough. So 8 is representative of wealth and karma. And, of course, karma, heavy with the 10 of Cups here, there's no happiness to be had. Not in that relationship, certainly. Ooh, that's a heavy one. So, I mean, first and foremost, whether you get back with this person or not, whether you see this person or not, know that it would not have worked out. I mean, we have hard work, so someone put in some effort. It was all to no avail. There's death of the relationship, death of the attraction. There was lies, deception, thievery, willful blindness to all of the negativity, all of the lies, deception, and thievery going around. I think this represents continual forgiveness, the Ace of Cups. I wonder if you're continually forgiving this person or forgiving their perceived slights. The Queen of Cups, or the Queen of Swords, sorry, is basically you holding your tongue. Strength is, of course, reversed. It's weakness. The Ten of Cups reversed is the denial of happiness. There will be absolutely zero happiness. There's no happiness at all here. I mean, I wish I could throw a joke in here, but... Oh, and first and foremost, I'm sorry, but rejection. This is the breakup, the destruction, the divorce, the end, right? So this has been a pretty terrible reading, but I'm also going to say what I've been feeling for a few cards now. I feel like this already happened. I feel like you're looking for you came here looking, and the question is, will I ever see them again? And for this reading, I feel like no. The answer is definitely no. You will never see this person again. And if you do, it won't be in any sort of context in which you may start a new relationship with them, forgive them for the old one, whatever. I really feel like you've been kind of cheated, beaten, and abused in this situation, and it was definitely unjust, but at the same time, you did allow it to go on. And Stockholm Syndrome, by the way, Google that. That's a real thing. That's kind of what this is. This has been the reading of Stockholm Syndrome, which is where you've begun to sympathize with your captors and actively work towards advancing their goals against your own interests. So Red Jade, devastating reading, my apologies. Guys, if you liked it, I ask that you hit that like and subscribe. Click the link down below as well if you're interested in booking a private reading. This would be something I could expand upon infinitely more if it was a one-on-one private reading, because I would be able to glean some important information to make connections with each individual card, and so would you. Otherwise, guys, please comment down below what you thought, what your suggestions are for the next pick a card readings. We'll have the daily readings coming as well, by the way. Other than that, I thank you guys, and I ask that you have a fantastic day. I will see you tomorrow. Is about travel and beauty. Undoubtedly, you're probably good looking. I know that. Okay, Black Onyx. So, interesting story with the readings here. I'm going to go through each stone here. We're going to spill the tea quick on this, and if you don't want to watch these, you can probably just skip ahead a little bit if you don't want a quick recap, but the reason I'm going to do it is there's an important lesson to be learned on each of these. I think, anyway. I mean, maybe you would disagree with me, but I think it's important. Anyway, so green aventurine and pink quartz, first and foremost, almost identical. Almost identical. There were some key differences. I mean, first of all, with green aventurine, the individual whom they did see him again, and he was doing really well for himself, and green aventurine was seriously jealous until towards the end of the reading, they actually received some sort of financial windfall because the Ten of Pentacles made itself known, and that was a serious benefit to them. Contrast that with pink quartz, and you know, the person that they saw, they did see him again, but they're doing really, really, really poorly, this individual. So whoever pink quartz broke up with, it was definitely worthwhile, because that person was trash, that person wasn't doing so hot. I would, quite frankly, ignore them. Just ignore them. Definitely just ignore them. That was the advice to pink quartz. But fuck these two. Honestly, I have no patience for them. Red jade. Holy shit, this was a bit much if you ask me. A bit much. Brutal. If you want to see a reading about Schadenfreude, about Stockholm Syndrome, about codependency, I would suggest you watch the Red Jade, because The energy here was so negative, it was unbelievable. It was truly painful to see someone get stepped on as willingly as Red Jade was being stepped on. And they will never see this person again to their benefit. I mean, I would hate to think what would happen if they continued to see this person. It would have been terrible for them, but thank God. So, Black Onyx, the fourth stone, the Daughters of Lilith. Let's see, darling, what's going on. Let's see if you'll see them again, what the context will be, because if the answer is no, and then you go on Instagram and you see they have a live story, first of all, piss off, because that's not really you seeing them now, is it? Unless, of course, they make that Instagram story about you, in which case maybe there's some energies going around. But let me tell you the tale of the tarot reader who shuffled for 8 minutes and bored the hell out of Spencer. So, I'm watching some other readers on YouTube, as I do, because a lot of these people, they will, I consult for a lot of these people because I have like 600 subscribers, and I'm charging like 3 times what I do for my readings than these people who have like 50,000, 100,000, 200,000 subscribers. And they're like, how are you doing this? Because we have these huge subscriber bases. We get tens of thousands of views a video. You get like 1,000. And first of all, I'm not afraid to tell the truth, right? I'm not afraid to say like, this reading sucks, your life sucks, you're poor, whatever. Like, I know it sounds mean, but if you ask me to do a money reading and you're poor and I tell you you're poor, are you going to be offended by that? Or are you going to be like, okay, so what's tarot telling me? How do I not be poor? That's how you can charge more money for your readings, right? That's why I'm able to charge what I do. By the way, link in description below if you want a reading. But, also, you have to say, all these tarot readers, I tell them, you guys have to say, I do offer private readings, like link in description. Like, this is me doing a free general energy pick a card reading for you, Black Onyx. I don't, and right now, I mean, I'm just fucking rambling. I don't care if you guys give a shit about this or not. I really don't. But I'm just going to keep going because in the comments, you guys tell me you kind of like the monologues, so I'm going to keep monologuing. Speaking of monologuing, there's you guys, the sun and the moon. There's me again, howling at the moon. The howling is my monologuing. I'm also the lobster. And while I'm at it, I am this pebble. But no, seriously. Okay, so there's nothing that can actually be said about this right now, in regards to if you'll see them again. The energy of the sun is feminine and the moon is masculine, right? We have the masculine moon eclipsing the feminine sun here, so it's possible that he could come into your life, or this is, again, pardon me, or this could represent the fact that he's merely on your mind, right? Because 90% chance you're a woman, 95.6% chance actually, because that's what my viewership is, and he's eclipsing you right now. He's on your mind. That could be representative of that. If he's a dog in Chinese astrology, maybe he's down there. And if the man you're wondering if you'll ever see him again, if he happens to be a lobster, I can say with certainty that you will see him again. The towers, of course, represent duality, but those aren't really relevant at the moment, so we're going to keep drawing. Okay. So we have a spiritual journey here. Whether you or him are embarking upon it, I don't know, but this is a period of regrowth, a period of rebirth. Interesting. We're gonna keep drawing because I don't want to. Ew. Oh, Jesus fucking hell, I can't grab it for some reason. You'd think I was... Anyway. The Four of Cups upright. Fascinating. So it would appear that even if you conquer your emotions and you refrain from allowing him into your thought, God or he is going to arrive in a cloud and hand you that cup, that emotion. There you are sitting cross-legged, rejecting everything. My problem is I want the deck to kind of give me a definitive answer whether or not you're going to see him again, and then I can kind of build the circumstance and how it affects you around it. Because if the answer is yes, the interpretation of the Page of Wands, for example, is going to be slightly different than if the answer is no. So that's kind of what I'm looking for right now. As a result, I might just continue to draw, and then once I have a full picture, I'll elaborate, because at this point, tarot is not being clear. If you were to say to me, well, what would you say right now, Spencer? I would say, well, so far, I'm not seeing him returning. I'm seeing you guys are completely separate. You're not actually going to see him again. But this is him, the Page of Wands, solitary on a spiritual journey, on a growth journey. There's a desert in the background here indicating solitude and not necessarily death, but the absence of the life that you provided when you were with him. And then this, of course, would represent you. You're thinking of him. He's on your mind. He dominates your thoughts. But here you are isolated and not necessarily open to him coming back into your life in any capacity. Nine of Pentacles. Again, solitude. But I wonder if the question that you have burning here, the question that led you to this very reading, is it kind of taking a toll on the rest of your life? Like, are you letting things slide because you're wondering about this, if this relationship was meant to be, if it was meant to continue? I mean, the Nine of Pentacles in the fourth position, I mean, the 4 is law and order. The 9 and the 4 have a secret relationship together. I myself am a 9 life path, so I know this very well. But the Nine of Pentacles is a wealthy, independent woman, and the eagle there represents her freedom. Reversed, I mean, someone who's dependent, someone who's definitely not as financially successful. But in the fourth position, I wonder... Okay, so... This is the problem I have with tarot sometimes. It's like, I wish I could just draw them all and then give you the answer, but that's not how I do these readings. So, the Lover's reversed, right? We have the Archangel there, but not really relevant here. My apologies to the Archangel. We have you, of course, the female, him, of course, the male. The mountain between the two of you, of course, represents any obstacles you would have to surmount, but that's irrelevant. So the Lover's reversed in the fifth position. Remember, 5 is about travel and beauty. Undoubtedly, you're probably good looking. I know that... actually, that's not relevant, but... the Lover's reversed in the 5 position indicates that there's no travel for love, so you will likely never see this person again, or will not see this person again. But the thing is, do I want to base the entire energy of the remainder of the reading off of that one supposition? I could. I feel like I could without any issue, but I'm confident that tarot is actually going to reveal another interesting detail to us, so we're going to keep the draw going. Okay, so the Star. So that's more isolation. That's emotional replacement as well. This is him, the old, leaving you. This could be the new entering you. There's the Star representing his eclipse. Remember the star and the moon united. Interesting. You see, this is why I wanted to wait before I speculated, right? Because down here I said there'd be no chance, but then I also said, oh, I kind of feel like there's more energies afoot here. Could this be a reconciliation, darling? Could this be a reconciliation? And I just had a feeling, I'm going to put this out there now before I draw the rest. There's 2 ways this could go. That's kind of what I'm feeling. I think that you'll have the opportunity to see this person again if you want, and whether you take it or not is up to you. So the answer to this reading, the answer to this question of, will I ever see him again, could be yes, and as sure as hell could be no, because you're going to have the choice. That's what I think. And that's another reason why the 9 of Pentacles reversed appears here, because we have the hidden message of freedom and options, basically saying that you are in control here and you can decide whether or not you see him again. Although, with the 4 of Swords reversed in the 8th position, the position of karma and wealth, but wealth's not really relevant here, it doesn't appear that you want to. I think you're allowing these thoughts, these emotions, this relationship to remain comatose. But of course, we have the 9th card to draw still. The 9th card is the final energy. God knows what that's going to be. Okay, someone chose the path of least resistance, the path of no conflict, the 7 of Wands reversed. I would say that's probably the right thing to do. I mean, it's clear the two of you aren't compatible. The Lovers Reversed makes that known here, makes it obvious. So really, why would you want to bring this person back into your life if they're not going to better it in some way, right? Materially, spiritually, emotionally. There'd just be no point. It's just not healthy, right? You don't need to do it, so why should you do it? It just doesn't make any sense, love. Don't bother with it. Don't bother with it. So, Black Onyx, I mean, you have a choice to make, but it would appear that you choose right in the end. Very impressive, and congratulations. Please hit that like and subscribe, guys. Click the link down below if you want to book a private reading. Remember, I have some spaces available. I can help you with anything. This reading would have been a lot more intricate and detailed had I known a few specifics about your situation. Then I could have tied each individual card to a past event. Which, by the way, it's actually my favorite thing in the world when tarot embodies your memories, your life to the T. I love it more than anything. Otherwise, guys, please comment down below. Let me know what you want to do in the next pick a card reading. And I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love you. I thank you so much, and have a fantastic day.